factory. Thought factory. Now, we know thoughts are things and things can be changed. That's right. Thoughts are things and things can be changed. So now I'm going to walk you through a two-step formula that you can use as well. Now, where does the idea come from? The idea came from the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. The Magic of Thinking Big. And this one idea just created just a breakthrough for me and so many of the clients we work with. So there are really two types of thoughts that are going on in your head. And I want you to imagine for a moment, if your mind was a thought factory, and every day you got up, there was a foreman that was in charge of the factory. So you're going to have two foremen. You're going to have, number one foreman we're going to have is Mr. Triumph. Now, Mr. Triumph's job every single day is to tell you that you can do all the things that you want to do. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And the other foreman is who? Mr. Defeat, right? And Mr. Defeat's purpose every single day is to tell you all the reasons why you can't do this. Now, inside the thought factory, you have two foremen. But here's what's very important. Here's a distinction you really have to understand. Only one foreman can be in charge at any given point in time. Only one foreman can be in charge at any given point in time. So you can't have two foremen in charge, right? Only one. Here's the question I'm going to ask you. And the question I want you to ask yourself as you're going through your day every single minute. Who is in charge of the thought factory? Is it A, Mr. Triumph? And Mr. Triumph's job, as you see right here, his job every single day is to tell you all the reasons why it will work, all the reasons why you can go after new clients, all the reasons why you are consistent, all the reasons why you do have great habits. That's Mr. Triumph. His job is to say, you know what? No matter how late you were up last night, you can still get up the next day and you can peak perform. Why? Because peak performers peak perform regardless of the situation. That's Mr. Triumph's job. Or maybe something has affected you in your personal life. So some things have happened. I've had some things happen in my personal life. I get it. I truly do understand. Now, Mr. Triumph, if he's in charge of the thought factory, his job when I get up in the morning is to say, you know what, Shay, you can leave your personal situation right there, and from 9 o'clock, let's say until 5 o'clock, you can be focused. You can be present where you are, and you can still help people. Because you still have the same skill set. You're still the same person. You still have the same gifts. You still have the same abilities. See, that's Mr. Triumph's job. And you know what? He's right. It could be he or she. I'm going to talk to those marketing folks about that. I mean, why did they should have a nice lady up here? They got to look at Mr. Triumph, right? It should be Miss Triumph. But that's Mr. Triumph's whole job, in charge of the thought factory. Or you could look up and you could have Mr. Defeat. Now, Mr. Defeat's job is totally opposite than Mr. Triumph's job. Who's in charge of your thought factory? Mr. Defeat's job every single day, if you allow him to be in charge of the thought factory, his whole mission is to tell you why things won't work. You know what Mr. Defeat says? You know what? You were up late last night. You're tired. Take a break. You really don't have to go to the gym today. No, you don't have to. You'll do it tomorrow. Or Mr. Defeat's job is to say what? You know, yesterday was tough. You really don't have the energy right now. Why don't you slow down? Why make those 10 phone calls today? Why? Just do 5. You're okay. See, Mr. Defeat's job is to tell you all the reasons why it won't work. You're too tall. You're too short. You're too fat. You're too skinny. You're too new. You've been in this a long, long time. They're not going to resonate with you. And you know what? Think about it. In the thought factory, only one of the two foremen can be in charge, either Mr. Triumph, and who we want right here, Mr. Triumph, that's what we want, to say, yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can. Or maybe you're allowing Mr. Defeat to be in charge. Mr. Defeat says, I don't know about this. I've got some doubts. I've got some questions. I don't quite believe. You've got to prove to me that you want to do it. Now, we do know this. Inside the thought factory, at any given point in time, just like in life shows up. And Mr. Triumph is not always going to be in charge of the thought factory. It's just not going to happen. No matter how much you want him to be, that's not going to happen. So what you have to do now is you've got to step back. You've got to evaluate. And from time to time, throughout the day, like right now is a key time, you've got to check in with yourself and say, you know what? Who's in charge of the thought factory right now? Is it Mr. Defeat? Oh, my goodness. Maybe I'll have a quick pity pat party, and I got to call up Mr. Triumph. Or is it Mr. Triumph? I'll go every day, at least mine is, and I'm sharing it with you as well, is to have Mr. Triumph in charge of the thought factory for as many hours of the day as possible. Now, Mr. Defeat, he's going to be around, and I understand that, but I'm going to push him down as far as I possibly can. Key example, just last week, we were traveling, about 2 weeks ago, and we're on travel, and we're just moving and moving and moving, and we had so much to do. Mr. Defeat said, you know what, it's been a good week. You should relax a little bit. Kick your shoes off. It's okay. You ever seen it happen in sales? You have a good week. But then I said, who's in charge of the thought factory? Mr. Defeat is right now. Mr. Triumph is saying, you know what? You belong there. That's who you are. You didn't have a good week. You're that person. You have those gifts. You have those talents. You've earned it. You've earned your right to be there. And he says, you know what? Step it up. That's what Mr. Triumph said. And I said to myself, you know what? Mr. Triumph, you're right. I got to keep the pedal to the metal. Now, I'm not saying you don't slow down and relax. That's not the purpose. The purpose is who's in charge of the thought factory. So I had to quickly get rid of Mr. Triumph and said, you're fired today. And I had to come back and say, Mr. Triumph, it's you and I, and we're going to go to a whole nother level. You're right. I deserve to be here. Jot this down in your notes. Put this in your notes. When you reach success, tell yourself this. Even if you're not there yet, tell yourself, I deserve success. Jot that down in your notes. I deserve success. You deserve it. You worked hard. You're showing up. You're taking the right actions. You're following the instructions. You're moving at the speed of instruction. Jot this down in your notes. I don't want you to miss this. This is very important. There it is right there. I deserve success. Inside your thought factory, every single day, tell yourself, I deserve success. And when you do that, then you're able to move forward. When you do that, then you become a sales champion. When you do that, then you perform at a superstar level. And this is what the successful people do. This is what they do. So let's ask ourselves right now the question. Now, go ahead and jot this down first. I deserve success. Let's put that in. Matter of fact, type that into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group right now. Type it right into the chat right now. I deserve success. Even if you don't believe it, I'm going to hold a belief for you. I deserve success. You got that? Do you have it? I have it. Do you have it? Good. Okay. I like that comment, by the way. Knowing every day that I deserve success. I've earned it. You know, when I was running one of the marathons, I've run 4 marathons. I'm not in training right now, although I do enjoy running, by the way, but I'm not in training. Eric's in training. I think he's about to do another triathlon. So he's training a lot harder than I am right now. But one of the things we should do when we were training, this particular case, we were down in Florida running the, I think, Rock and Roll Marathon. And I joined a training group because I wanted to have the right person. I want to know, what does it take to be a champion? That's the question that's presented right now on the slide. What does it take to be a champion? When I was with the folks and we were running, we're training, we're running, and one of the things they said, you know, when you cross what they call the brick wall, when you hit that brick wall, which is in running, that means you've gone as far as your body could possibly go. It's ready to break down and ready just to collapse and stop. Here's what you tell yourself. Normally, it's at the 20-mile mark. So for those that run marathons, you know at the 20-mile mark, your body's only designed really at best to go 20 miles, at best. So once you hit that barrier, right, you hit that wall, you got to push through another 6 miles. Here's what they train us to do. And here's something you can do as well. What does it take to be a champion? This can help you, is you tell yourself 3 things. I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. Jot that down in your notes. Jot that down in your notes. Now, for some of you, you don't need that. For others, you know, you've got to face life. I mean, when we finish this training session today, you've got to face life. You've got to get ready. You've got to take these tools, take what you learned. Yes, you're going to be inspired. Yes, maybe you'll be motivated. Yes, you have the technique, but then you got to keep on going. So jot this down in your notes. It's helped me, and it's really, really going to help you too. Write down, I am. Put down I am first. Put down I am. And then put down trained, because you're being trained by one of the most brilliant sales minds on the planet. Hello, that's me. I am trained. I am strong. And last, I am what? I am ready. Because when you walk out here today, when you complete this session today, we got 2 days. We're going to bring the best ideas we got. Write down, I am trained, I am strong, I am ready. Put that in the private, exclusive Facebook group right now. And maybe that's all you need right now, because you know what? You've hit the wall. You've hit the wall, and now you've got to step up, and you got to be ready to go. And if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. As long as you're ready, I'm ready as well. So what does it take to be a champion? Let's talk about that right now. Dr. Seuss says this. It's one of my favorite sayings he has, and I love this. From time to time I go back and I revisit it. And it's so simple, yet it's a classic. It has been around for at least 30 plus years. But the title is what? Oh, the places you'll what? You'll go. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you what? You choose. I mean, how true is that? And you choose today to be here. You steered yourself in this direction. So you're ready. You're ready. Now, you want some of the best ideas, and I'm going to share those to you. But I want you to just take a moment, in all seriousness, and just silently acknowledge yourself for the champion you are. Take your right hand for your right hand, just like this, if you're right-handed. Pat yourself on the back and tell yourself great job for just showing up, for just being here. Just tell yourself great job. If you're left-handed, take your left hand and pat yourself on the back and tell yourself great job, because you are a champion. You have greatness inside you. You have the abilities. You've got a big heart. You really do. You've got the right products and services. You've aligned yourself with the right company, whether it's your company or someone else's company, and you're ready to go. And now all you got to do is steer yourself any direction that you choose to go in. And I'm going to choose, as you choose to go in that direction, that you let Mr. Triumph be in charge of the thought factory. That's all I'm asking. Allow him to be in charge of the thought factory. Now, I like Kobe Bryant, by the way. I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan. Although I live in Washington, D.C., I'm a Wizards fan first. And hopefully we'll make the playoffs this year. I really am. But the person that I admire, and even if you don't like this gentleman, he's a little older now, but even if you don't like him, I said success leaves clues. And here's some clues that you can use just to be successful. I mean, just to keep going, just to be motivated, just to be in the right mindset. But he says this, I want to be the best. Now, this is many years ago when he was first started. He came on, and Michael Jordan was still there, and he's now retired and long gone. And Charles Barkley was there, and he's now retired and long gone. And a lot of those folks are long gone. But he was a young Kobe Bryant before they came over to him. And he was just skipped college, came right in, and they asked him a question. And you know what he said? I want to be the best. Then my father has to say it. It's no longer good enough to be acceptable. It's no longer acceptable to be the best. You must be the best of the best. So Kobe Bryant was thinking to himself, look, I got to be the best of the best. So who are the best? Michael Jordan's the best of the best. What is he doing every single day to be successful? What are the habits that he's doing? What is he doing to be successful? What they said, Michael Jordan would show up and shoot 3,000 shots. I mean, 1,000 shots at a time, 1,000 shots. What did Kobe Bryant do? He showed up and shot, what, 3,000 shots. Whatever Michael Jordan would do, he did more. So there's 3 reasons why I attribute to Kobe Bryant being a success. Whether you like the guy or not, when you win championships, you're a winner. When you get MVPs, you're a winner. Okay? You're an all-star, you get the all-star awards, you're a winner. Even if you don't like the guy, still a winner. My dad says never argue with a winner. He's a winner. 3 things he would do. Maybe you need these 3 things, maybe you don't. But jot these 3 things down, because you're what? I am what? You're trained, you're strong, and you're what? You're ready. So jot these 3 things down. Number 1 is dedication. You've got to be dedicated. Now, maybe for some of you, this takes a rededication. You're like, Shay, I was dedicated once upon a time, but I fell off the bandwagon. That's okay. Life is a series of being on track, and then you're off track. And then you're on track, and then you're what? You're off track. And that's what life is really about. So if you're off track right now, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're bored. You have an opportunity to what? Dedicate yourself to these skill sets and use them every single day. Now, intellectually, you're going to get it. But this is not an intellectual conversation today. It's not about what you know or what you heard or what you read. It's truly about what are you doing every minute of every day to raise your baseline up. And what can you do? What can you do? 1, dedicate. Number 2 is you can go practice. That means you got to get him to go to work. Kobe Bryant didn't just become the best because he said, well, I'm going to read the next book. I'm going to go to the next seminar. I'm going to watch another video. You know what he had to do? He had to go out and he had to actually practice. And that's the one area I see in sales. If there's one area that's missing when we do the sessions and so forth, folks just not getting enough practice. And when they don't get enough practice, then that's a problem. Now, Kobe Bryant, he went out and practiced. He dedicated himself. Is that why he's successful? No. But it's certainly one of the keys. I mean, you would agree with me that one of the keys was he was able to practice. See, it's kind of like going to the gym. We can read a book about going to the gym. We can watch a video about going to the gym. Heck, we can even hire personal trainers. Most people have a membership. Most people have a membership to the gym and never go. But until you go to the gym, until you show up, until you do the reps, guess what? Nothing happens. Same thing in sales. Same thing in sales. Most sales superstars, they know exactly what to do. And that's why it's not the most talented salesperson that's at the top. It's not even the best communicator. People say, well, if you're a master communicator, it's none of those. It's the person that gets up every single day, dedicates themselves, practices, and the last one has a commitment to implement a system that they simply follow day in, day out, day in, day out. You see, sales is really fun, easy, and effortless when you follow a system. And it gets quite boring. I mean, truthfully, it gets boring. But it's okay. You just do the same thing about the same way, and you get a predictable result. So I want to be the best. How do you be the best? You have dedication, you practice, and you have what? A commitment. You've got to be committed. You've got to be committed to doing exactly what you're doing. Now, you heard me say this before, and I'm going to reiterate to you one more time. I want you to really hear me. I mean, I want you to really listen to me, that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And there's someone who was very, very consistent, the Iron Man. Now, I'm an Orioles fan. I'm a Nationals fan. Well, we got a team a few years ago, so I've got to be a Washington Nationals fan because I live in where? Washington, D.C. But here's something you agree. Consistency is the key. The Iron Man, for those who don't know, is who? Cal Ripken. And let me share something that Cal Ripken did that's just totally incredible. He played in, forget the 2,600 games, but what I want you to get is this. For more than 16 years, he battled a pain and a sickness, and he still kept on going. He was still consistent, and he did not miss a day of work. Now, can you imagine that? 16 years. You've got to be consistent, and you do not miss a day of work. So one of the things that you have to do every single day is you have to take the right action, and you have to be consistent. So consistency is the key. Michael Johnson, another key person, as well, said the exact same thing. And I admire people who are consistent. And why do I admire them? Because it gives you the opportunity to keep on going, to keep on going, to keep on going, to keep on going. So what's the message I'm going to leave you? What's the message? Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. In fact, tell yourself this. You wrote it down earlier. I want you to say something one more time. We're going to reemphasize one more time. Here it is. I am, okay, hold on. I'm going to change colors. I mean, with the marker. Consistent. Okay? I am consistent. And you are, even if you don't believe it, put it in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. I am consistent. Another person, Michael Johnson. I love sports analogies. He won the gold medal. He was one of the fastest runners. I can't remember what year that was. But he had a book called Slaying the Dragon. Maybe you can find the book, by the way. It's out of print, so good luck finding it. You have to order a copy. But one of the things his coach said was this about Michael Johnson. He said in the 10 years of coaching Michael Johnson, he never missed a practice. Now, think about this. I'm not talking about a match. We're not talking about a chance to be in the Olympics. We're talking about a practice. He said he never missed a practice. Think about what that took. The mornings he woke up and had a sore throat. The days he just wasn't feeling up to par. The days maybe he had a sinus infection. Who knows? What would it mean right now in your business if you were just consistent? Consistent in your follow-up, consistent in generating referrals, consistent in handling objections, consistent in learning and implementing new systems that allowed you to be more effective, consistent in being 4 times more productive. What would that mean right now to your business? Consistency is the key, and you would all agree with that. So go ahead and jot that down right now. Put it in your notes and put it in the private group. I am what? Consistent, and I believe you are consistent as well. So now we're going to talk for a few minutes just on how to sell without using a sales pitch. I mean, so that's one of those topics. And for some of you, you don't want to have a sales pitch. And I don't want you to have a sales pitch. I mean, you know, why go pitch someone something? That's not what we teach. We teach you how to solve problems. People will pay you today if you help them what? Solve a problem today. Also, don't believe us. Listen to who? Our clients. Let me tell you about Cleveland Dixon, right down there in Alexandria, owns Holiday Pest Control Company. And he attended a seminar just like this, just like many of you out there right now, and those that are watching online as well. And one of the things that he told himself was, you know what, Jay, my organization doesn't have a consistent process in place. Now, here's someone who worked, came out of high school, didn't go to college, just came out of high school, took a job in the pest control industry because that was the job he had, worked for a company for a number of years. The owner retired. He bought the company from the owner at a young age. I mean, this is truly incredible. It really is. He had some existing contracts that came with it, and then they were starting to dwindle down. And so he had to have a process in place. I'm going to share a step-by-step process that I share with him that many of our clients has used, and it's going to help you as well. It helped him stay in business, number one. Helped him earn his own business, number two. And number three, do a number of different things that he was able to do in his business. So let me tell you a story called the Olive Garden story. And the Olive Garden story is a way that we kind of explain the process. And this is the exact way it was taught to me. So I learned it from my mentor. He learned it from, I don't know where he learned it from. He taught it to me and to others, and now I'm going to teach it to you. So the Olive Garden, they have a process. And when you show up at the Olive Garden, what's the first thing to do? You show up, you hit the hostess table, and you say, if there's two of us, two in my party, right? And they say, yes. And then they give you one of those things if you have to wait that lights up. So you take what lights up, maybe you hit over, maybe you have a seat, maybe you head over to the bar. I mean, you do something. It lights up, then you go, you sit down, and the server comes over. And the server says, what? May I take your beverage order? And then they come back, and they say, what? May I take your appetizer, your entree, and maybe you're going to order dessert. You don't do it that time. They leave, they come back, here's your order. They come back, they bring your appetizer. Hopefully, I love the Olive Garden, by the way. Hopefully, your appetizer comes out before the order. It doesn't always work like that. They come back. Here you are, here's your appetizer. You have your appetizer, you have a wonderful meal. At the end of the meal, maybe you order dessert, coffee, or tea. And at the end, what does the server do? Server comes over, they're back again. They're not going to leave you, you know that, right? And they give you what? The check. And what normally comes with the check? What are the two green things that come with the check? Do you know what those are? I mean, really, do you know what they are? If you know what they are, just type them into the private, exclusive Facebook group, or just put it right there in the feed. What are the two little chocolate things that come with the bill at the Olive Garden? I'll help you out. I'll help you out. The Andy Mints, right? The Andy Mints. That's what comes with the Olive Garden. If you don't get your mints, you're like, where are the mints? And that's the process that they have at the Olive Garden. Selling has a process too, just like the Olive Garden. You don't sit down at the Olive Garden, as soon as you sit down, the server doesn't come over and say, may I take your dessert? Now that's Trevor. Trevor orders dessert before he orders the main meal. It might be some folks like that do that kind of stuff. But most folks, they don't do that, right? They don't even bring you the bill and say, well, let us know what you want. This is what we're going to feed you. They have a process, a step-by-step process they do. And selling has a step-by-step process. Maybe you were like myself, you were banging your head against the wall every single day. At least I was when I first started. Because I didn't have a process. Didn't have a process that I followed, that I believed in, that worked for me, that wasn't salesy, that wasn't pushy, that just allowed me to be there, be present, and help where I could help. So I'm really, really glad I can share this process with you. So in your notes, go ahead and jot this down in your notes. It's a process that was shared with me. My mentor, Eric, has used it. He doesn't even remember where he got it from. I don't know where he got it from, but I know we've been teaching it now for over almost 10 years now. Step-by-step process. So go ahead, in your notes, just draw a mountain, and at the bottom of the mountain, we're going to imagine for a few moments that we're mountain climbing guides. So we're going to imagine that we are mountain climbing guides. So you have your notes there, and you're going to go up, and you're going to draw a mountain. Well, I don't do a really good job drawing mountains, do I? But we'll get better. And you're going to draw a line. So it looks like the top half of the mountain is sticking out of the water, And at the top of the mountain, you're going to put, God, can I even reach this high? Sales Mountain. Jeepers. And then our job is, okay, I got it. It was on here. Our job is to walk the prospect into this part. We're going to call this the sweet spot. What is the sweet spot? The sweet spot is where the customer is ready to make a buy-in decision. What is the sweet spot? The sweet spot is where the customer is ready to make a buy-in decision. What is the sweet spot, Shay? You got it. Yes. It's where the customer is ready to make a buy-in decision. And we're going to start, and we're going to become mountain climbing guides. And all the snap at this point. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take them up the sales mountain from the bottom. We're going to take them, and we're going to start at lead generation. And I'm going to walk you through step by step what this process is, step by step what the process is. We're going to start with generating the lead, then draw a line, and you're going to write set appointment. So first we're going to generate a lead, then we're going to set an appointment, draw a line, and we're just going to go step by step up the sales mountain into where? The what? That's right, sweet spot. Sweet spot's where the client's ready to make a buy-in decision. So we got generate a lead, set appointment. We're going to build trust and rapport. I'll talk about that in a minute. Draw a line, and we're going to just draw this. And I'm going to go step by step in a moment. Trust and rapport. After trust and rapport, what happens next? What happens after trust and rapport? After trust and rapport, we're going to ask questions. So right after that, we're going to identify customer needs. And after we identify customer needs, we're going to share the benefits. Now, hopefully, you're following along with me. You're going to take the customer from the bottom of the mountain after you generate a lead to the sweet spot. And the sweet spot, this is the sweet spot, is where the customer's ready to make a buy-in decision. Don't write the word close. Now, some people don't like the word close because when they hear close, it has this, oh, shit, I don't want to close anybody. I don't want to close anybody. So maybe you won't call it close. Maybe you will call it ask for the order. That might be a little more comfortable for you. Ask for the order. I use the word close. Why I use the word close? Because the close is just a natural conclusion to a well-given presentation. That's all the close is. We'll talk about that. After we close, they may have some objections. And then we're going to have two wild cards over here. We're going to have two wild cards. The wild cards for most of you, because we all have different process. Over here, we're going to put, I think I go over here. Can I go over here? Over here, we're going to put qualify. Okay, so right now, if you're having a hard time seeing, you can just hit full screen, and you will see the full screen, which means you'll be able to see what I'm writing on the board, And after you have qualify, which we have qualify, then I'm going to put qualify and referral. So some of you have a different place where you ask for referrals. Some of you ask for referrals at different places in the sales process. And then over here, we're also going to put the word that we're going to have with, follow-up. Now, I'm going to walk you step by step through this, but this is the sales process. Just like at the Olive Garden. We're going to take them step by step, and we'll be mountain climbing guides. And we were guides, we'll be walking them up the process. They will be following us as we go from one step to the next step, to the next step, to the next step. And we're going to do that. And I'm going to give you some golden nuggets. I'm going to give you some ideas. I'm going to give you something you can use on your very next presentation. It's going to help you, and you're going to be glad you tuned in. I mean, some of you, this is exactly what you've been waiting for. What I'm about to share with you right now is exactly what you've been waiting for. So let's go ahead and start off with lead generation. Now, here's what I'd like for you to do. Just a little advance, but you've been with me for a few minutes, and you can handle this. On the corner over here. I want you to rate your scale on a scale of 1 to 10, just in how well you're doing. 1 meaning not good. 10 meaning super duper, is that a word? Super duper great. Matter of fact, you're so good, it can't get any better than that. So, 1 to 10. So, and just generating leads right now. What level are you at right now on a scale of 1 to 10? This is baseline advanced. 1 meaning you do a not so good job generating leads, and 10 meaning you're the world's greatest person to do it. So let's say you rate yourself a 5. I was going to give you 5. Some of you are higher, some of you are lower. Then here's the question to ask yourself. What are some things you can do to generate more leads and take your baseline from a 5 to a 6? If you go from a 5 to a 6, just that little bit of jump, just that small change, some of you could be there, poof, $10,000. It could happen. It can happen just that fast, and it can happen just that consistent, Okay, so jot this definition down. Lead generation. The purpose of generating a lead is just to generate a lead. There's nothing else involved. It doesn't matter what's going on. All you're looking to do is just generate a lead. That's it. That's the only thing you're looking to do is to generate a lead. And you need multiple lead generation systems. You need multiple lead generation systems. Some people say, well, Shay, my number one system is generating referrals. Well, that's not a system. You can't manufacture referrals. I mean, most folks, myself included, they get referrals organically. Organically means they showed up, they did their job, someone liked the job they did because they did a good job. They were paid to do a good job, so it was a work for hire. I mean, they were paid to do it, and then they start telling other people. That's organic, and that's okay. Some of you are watching right now. Some of you met Peak Performance Institute just organically. Someone said, you know what? This is going on. They shared the link. They took the link. They shared it out. They put it on their Facebook page. They paid it forward, and organically you came in and said, wow, that was some good stuff. I'm going to come back. Okay, but that's not a system. It's not a structure. I mean, we can do that because we do our job. What if you had a system that you can do that you knew you could count on it? It's going to generate so many leads. One of the ways we generate leads is we put on events. We send off an email. It's free. Someone says, Shay, how long will you be sending off emails? As long as they work. The day it stops working is the day I'll stop doing it. And so it's a great lead generation. So let me give you 2 lead generation ideas. Idea number 1, you can see it right there. Idea number 1 is follow your money. Now, this is not applicable for everybody, but it's applicable for some of you. It's not applicable for all of you, but for most of you it is. That means wherever you spend your money, you have an opportunity to prospect them. Here's a key distinction. Put this in your notes. Don't miss this. This is a key distinction. You ready? I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. Here it is. Everyone you meet is either a prospect or a source of referrals. I'll say it again. Everyone you meet is either a prospect or a source of referrals. So you've got to be ready to find out who your prospect is or who your source of referrals is, so you have an opportunity with everyone you meet. Number 2, which could be the number 1 strategy that I met. I learned this strategy, and this strategy alone has put over $100,000 in my pocket just alone in 1 year, and it can make a huge difference for you. It's called POI. Jot this down in your notes, thank you. POI. POI stands for Person of Influence. So everyone you meet is either a prospect or a source of referral. So let's just say, I'm going to take this off the board here. Now, hopefully you've written this down. We're still in the lead generation. Okay, now we're going to draw a triangle, just like you see up on the screen. The top of the triangle, you're going to write POI, Person of Influence. So everyone you know has a network, but not everyone is a customer. What makes them a POI is they have your customers inside of their network. So the question to ask yourself every day is, who has my customer? Who is someone I can go to, influence them one time, and get direct access to their network? So you think about who did this on a global level. The story that was told to me that I'm going to share to you, think about Starbucks. And they're a global brand. And did the world need to have a coffee shop when Starbucks got started? Absolutely not. But that wasn't the question that Starbucks asked himself. The question they asked themselves is, who has my customer? And someone said Barnes & Noble. So they go off, they influence Barnes & Noble one time, and they get into like 583 Barnes & Nobles. And then they say, who else has my customer? And someone said airports. And when you walk through any airport, what do you see? You see a Barnes & Noble. And then they say, who else has my customer? And someone said grocery stores, especially here in the Washington, D.C. area, by the way. If you go into any grocery store, what do you see? You see a Starbucks. That's what you see. You see a Starbucks, right? Good for Starbucks. They're a global brand. Here's the question to ask yourself. Who has your customer? One of the ways we got started We had an opportunity to speak to groups, to sales teams, to sales professionals, and by influencing the manager, we had direct access to their customers. So here's what you should have. Right now, you should have, let me tell you, most people, they work with maybe 3 to 5 POIs on a monthly basis. Maybe. That's if they're average. That's if they're average. They work with 3 to 5 people. Sales superstars, the top performers, those in the top 1%, they work with 25 or more POIs every single month. 25 POIs. These are people who could do business with them. That's 25. Now, imagine for a moment. You got up in the morning and said, Che, I've got 25 POIs, folks who could do business with me or industries that I'm targeting. What would that mean? If you just had more qualified prospects, what would that mean for you? And maybe it means that you have a greater chance of having more appointments. Maybe you have a greater mean of doing many, many more things. So what I'm going to share with you now is 25 key prospects that you can use in your business immediately, instantly generate more leads. And if you want 25 prospects that are hot that you can use in industries, and I'll share a quick story. I think I'll share a quick story in a minute. I'm going to share with you step by step how you can do that, So let me share with you 25 prospects. Now, if you want to do that, I'm going to share that list with you today. Now, these are industries that you can work with every single day. They can help you in your business. Here's what you're going to do to get 25 POIs and the #1 video strategy on how to do it. You want more leads? You want to follow along. You want more hot prospects? You want to follow along. 202-270-1662. Let me give you, again, this is my personal cell phone number. I'm going to give it to you. This doesn't go ringing somewhere else. It goes to me. 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. And you're going to text the word. Now, many of you are texting. Many of you are participating and you're working. Hey, I'm excited for you because it's going to be a huge success. But I'm going to throw a bonus in. Not only are we going to send you 25 POIs that you can work with in your industry. Not only will you get that. That'll come as an email. That's another assignment for Ashley, by the way, so I'm not sending it to you personally. Ashley's going to send it to you. But we're going to add a bonus. We're going to add a 20-minute session to share with you a lead generation strategy to help you get more hot, qualified prospects. Not just prospects, but hot, qualified prospects. So what do? You're going to get your cell phone numbers out. 202-270-1662. Text the word POI. Now, I'm requiring in there, in order for you to get this, I'm requiring your name and your email. Now, this is not for everybody. It's for those that want 25 POIs. These are like power partners. Then you're going to text 202-270-1662. Text the word POI and text your name and your email. Then I'm instantly going to do two things. I'm going to put it down so you remember it and I remember it. Number one, you're going to get the POI list and video. That's my goal. It's 2 hot videos. I mean, you want these. We don't even release this publicly. So you want this. Trust me, you want this. And number 2, you're going to get a coaching session. It's 20 minutes, 20 minutes of power, 20 minutes of power to give you the lead generation strategy that you need right now in order to generate more hot, qualified leads. See, some of you, you're at the bottom of the sales mountain, and all you need is more qualified leads. That's all you need. Prospects who have a problem, prospects who can afford your product or services, or prospects that all they really want is someone to at least hear how they solve the problem. Because someone right now has the goal of finding you. Just like you have the goal of finding someone right now, they have the goal right now of finding you. Through this POI strategy, it's going to have a huge, huge impact on you. So where do you text? 202-270-1662. I see y'all texting, you're participating. My private phone is ringing off. You know, you've been texting so much today, I might even have to put a charger up here. How cool is that? This is not going to my, no, it's not going to my assistant. It does not go to Ashley. It goes to me. See this phone? You see it ringing? That's you. That's you texting me right now because you want more hot, qualified leads. 202-270-1662. Text the word POI, your name, and my phone just keeps buzzing. Your name and your email. You're going to get the list. Hopefully someone's taking the pictures. You know what? I'm going to do a selfie picture myself. I'm going to take a picture of myself because I'm going to forget what I just gave away. I don't know. Hopefully someone's getting this. Let's see. Okay, okay, hold on. You guys keep texting. You know, Bernice Johnson, you guys, Melissa, you guys keep texting me. Keep texting me. It's okay. I'm going to take a picture because when I erase this, it's gone. Like, okay, I'm going to erase it. It's gone. Okay, hold on. Got it. 1, 2, 3. We have it. Now, okay, it's there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to give a couple of shout outs to those folks that are taking action. I mean, this kid, Jafita, is this the same? Yvonne Miller? Okay, let me see. I'm going to write it down. Okay, I'm going to write it down. I wonder if I can get it. Watch this. I watch this. Oh, they're giving me the thing over here. Okay, I'm taking a picture of myself with what I'm promising you guys over here. Maybe we'll send this to you. Okay, here we go. POI. Da-da-da. Smile by myself, by the way. Don't watch me. I know I'm crazy. I've lost my mind. Okay, so let's see who's texting me. Okay, I did get a picture of this. Okay, so let me give a few folks who've sent the emails, and I'm not getting to all of you. You got to text 202-270-1662. Type in POI. Text your name and your email. Oops, hit the wrong button. Your name and your email. And let me see here. We got Yvonne. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me erase this here. Let me give a couple shout outs. So you have Yvonne. Yvonne, where are you from? Let us know in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Yvonne's on here. Jafrida Brown is on here as well. Shout out to Jafrida Brown. Shout out to her. Melissa Lambert is on here as well. Shout out to you, Melissa. Shout out to you, and all of you. I'm going to try to get to some of these I can. I got to move on. Patrice is on here. You guys text me so fast. Now, I did promise 20-minute coaching sessions, so we're going to make sure our lead trainer, that's my promise to you. Our lead trainer, you know, where's Trevor? I should probably give them something for taking action right now, for taking action. I might think of another gift. I might think of something real quick just for those taking action. Koya, good to see you. Koya is on here. Victoria, good to see you as well. Victoria Prince, good to see you. I want you to know we love all of you, by the way. We love every single one of you. All of you that are out there, I'm not sure where Karen at. We love all of you. No matter who's out there, we love all of you right now. All of you that are participating, all of you that are here. Mercedes, I see you're on there. I'm not trying to get to as many as I can. I got to get back to training. Donna, hello, Donna. Doris, Lorraine, I'm glad you got on. I saw something saying your thing wasn't working, but it does work. So let me let you guys know. Oh, my heart is so hard. Look at that. I'm trying to get better there. But let me. Dwayne's on here. Hey, Dwayne. Robert George. Kimley's out there. Hey, Kimley out there in Detroit. Out in Detroit. There's so many of you. But just know that we love you. You're all on here. You're participating. You're improving the quality of your life. Demetria Moore. Hey, shout out to you too. You all are texting 202-270-1662. I don't know how we'll get to all these coaching sessions, but the promise is we're going to get to every single one of these, myself or our lead trainer. Judah Vera, that was very smart. She said, hey, I don't want to be left out. Judy, I promise you, I'll put you on here. Hold on. Judith. Judith, shout out to you as well. Kimberly, shout out to you as well. Try to get to as many of you as I possibly can in the time that I have. Okay, I got to get back onto our regularly scheduled thing. I did one selfie. Let me see if I can. Hey, Charles Winfrey's on it. Hey, Charles. Charles said the guys are representing today. He said, I'm not biased, Charles. I'm not biased. I did skip over some of the guys' names, so they don't need their name shout out. No, you guys all need a name. You guys all need to know it's your name shout out. Let me go back and make sure. Okay. Let me get back to training. Today's a great day, right? This is all about business acceleration. So right now, if you're out there, your name's up here, your picture up here, just take a photo. Like take a photo of your screen. Okay, Village Connected TV is here as well. I'm trying to do a selfie with all you guys' names. Let me see how this works. Let me see. There we go. Here we go. Wait. I got to perfect this. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, we got the big I love you. We see Yvonne's name in there. They'll post us up. Da-da-da. Okay. All right. You text me at 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. Text the word POI. We're going to send it to you. Text your first name or text your name and your email, and that's the promise. You're going to have a 20-minute session so you can generate some hot leads, and you can really become a prospecting machine. At the end of the day, our number one role as sales professionals, every single day, our number one role, our number one responsibility is to generate leads. That's our number one responsibility, is to generate leads. Hassan Dixon, I see your text me as well. Arvette Lovelace, shout out to you as well. Thank you for all the work, all the time. God, Arvette's been around since, you've been around since like 2005. And it's always a pleasure to see all of you. You know, this, Lorraine Melton in Houston, yes. This is brought to All-Stars. Devon Miller in Atlanta, hello, Devon Miller in Atlanta. This is, Robert, I didn't put Robert's name up here, and Arvette, but this just brought out the All-Stars. My phone's still buzzing. I don't know when I'm going to get through here. Okay. We have so-and-so from Atlanta. Hey, you picked the right time, the right place. You're here. So shout out to you. Congratulations to you. POI, generating the hot prospects that you need right now. This is your time, and we're happy to be a part of this journey. 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. Text the word POI. I'm not going to get to the rest of my phone, still going here, but they give me the signal. They're like, Shay, you've got to move on at some point. And I'm going to move on now. Barbara Tipton, shout out to you as well. Okay, referrals. Jot this down in your notes. Comes from my mentor. One of the things he would say is that referrals are like a license to print money. Referrals are like a license to print money. So imagine right now if you had a money machine in your office, and it was just over to the side. And every time you found yourself in a position where you had to go generate leads, you would go over to the money machine. I don't know where I'm supposed to stop. I'm supposed to stop here. You would go over to the money-making machine. You would hit it, and it would spit out legal. That's the key here, by the way. That's the key. Legal $100 bills. You'd be like, whoosh, 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 whoosh. You take those $100 bills and put them down there. That's what referrals are. We'll dive into referrals at another time. We'll go deep into referrals and how you can generate referrals by having a system in place that you use on a consistent basis. You're saying, Shay, don't leave me hanging. I'm right there on the cliff, Shay. You're leaving me hanging. You're leaving me hanging. I promise I won't do that. Let me give you 3 ideas to generate referrals. Jot these three ideas down. I wasn't going to say that, but jot them down in your notes. Number 1 is to have a referral form, like a piece of paper. It's my experience, when you're using a form, you're more likely to ask for referrals. If you're making a phone call, you're more likely to ask for them. If you're at an appointment, you're more likely to ask for them. If you're closing a deal, you're more likely to ask for them. So have a form. Number 2 is to be able to educate them on what a good referral is for you. Here's a 1-sentence script you could use. Now, sometimes people say, Shay, people don't give me referrals. I really try. I work hard. I never get referrals. I say, well, congratulations. You found a script that doesn't work. I would never use those words again. Ever, never use those words again because it doesn't work. You perfected what doesn't work. So I would change your language patterns. Change what you're saying. So one of the things you might do is like this. This is a script. Write this down, like follow me, follow me, follow me. Here it is. One of the ways I'm growing my business this year is through referrals. Can you help me out? You say it on every single presentation for the rest of your life. It's a very simple script. Does anyone give it to you? No. But it's a good start. So one of the ways I'm growing my business this year is through referrals. Can you help me out? They're going to say yes. How are they going to say yes? Because tens of thousands of folks before you even ask that question. Once they say yes, you've got to educate them on what a good referral is for you. I don't have time to get into that. You don't work with everybody. You work with somebody. That's the point. You don't work with everybody. You work with what? Somebody. So one of the ways I'm growing my business here is through referrals. Can you help me out? They say yes. I might say a good referral for me is. It's a good lead-in script, by the way. It's leading language, good script. A good referral for me is ... A sales manager with a sales team of 5 or more people. A network marketing leader with a team of 5 or more people. An organization that has 5 or more business owners. That's a good referral for me. Now, of all the people you know, who would be a good referral for me? That's the kind of closed part of it. Of all the people you know, who would be a good referral for me? Now, Again, this isn't a referral class, not a referral seminar, not right now. But for some of you, I'm sensing you generate more referrals. That's the highest qualified lead you can possibly get when someone refers someone to you. And so you want more of those. I'm showing you how you can systematically help what? Pull it out of the person. Now, step number 1 is to have a form. Step number 2 is to educate. Step number 3, where it can make sense, is offer some incentive. One of my clients, her name is Kathy. Kathy wanted to generate more referrals. In her industry, she can offer a free gift. And so she came up with the idea of offering a $5 gift card to Starbucks. Now, do you have to go out and spend $5 to get gift cards from a place to give away? Depends on your business model. For some of you, heck yeah. All day long you would do it. $5, 3 referrals. $5, 3 referrals. You would do that all day long. So one of the things she says is, if you can help me out today with 3 or more referrals. We used to do this at every one of our seminars. There wasn't time. Every single one of our seminars do the same thing. So we would give a CD away. If you can help me out with 3 or more referrals today, I have this gift card. It's valued at $5. You or someone you know like Starbucks. What do you think they said? Heck yeah, I know someone. Or yes, I like Starbucks. Now, they didn't do it for the $5 gift card. They did it because they wanted to help someone. It's a very simple system. It's an easy way to go about doing it. And it works. Why do I teach it? Because it works. Referrals are like a license to print money. Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 just on the amount of referrals you're generating. Maybe you didn't have a goal for the number of referrals you want to generate this month. You showed up today, business acceleration, and I asked the question. You heard of goal setting? Yeah! Yes, Shay, I've heard of goal setting. Okay, got it. Here's a question for you. What if you actually did it? Like, what if you actually did it? Like, what if you had a goal for the number of referrals you want to generate? You set that goal, and every day you worked as hard as you could. I don't care if it's just 1 a day, and you was able to pull together 20 referrals a month just because you were focused. Jot this down in your notes. Put this in your notes. Just put this in your notes. I'm going to put this in your notes. I don't want you to miss this. I'm not going to repeat this. I'm going to say it one time. Oh, how many times am I going to say it? One time. You would want to have a referral goal. I mean, you know, it's okay. It's okay. You can tune me out, but put this in your notes. You ready? Okay. You get what you focus on. So it's possible, I'm just suggesting, it's possible that you have not been focused on really generating referrals because you didn't have a referral goal. So you just kind of went about it, like I said, and you organically got referrals because you did what you were supposed to do. So you get what you focus on. So I want you to have a goal. So I said I would give you a couple. I said I would give you a couple steps. Step number 1 is to use a form. Step number 2 is to be able to educate on what a good referral is for you. Step number 3 is to offer an incentive to help move them forward. In some industries, insurance, real estate, sometimes you can't do that. Those are the 3 steps. Step number 4, this is a bonus. I'm telling you, I just like hanging out, just having fun with all of you business owners, all of you speakers, you coaches, authors, network marketers, you leaders, like all of you who are just making an impact in the world. Here's step number 4. This is a bonus. I wasn't going to give this, but it's a bonus for you because you're here. And then we got to move up the sales mountain at some point. But this is a bonus for you. Are you ready? Okay. Put money idea by this one, please. Circle this one, please. Grab your highlighter. In fact, put this into the feed right now. You ready? It's only 3 letters. It's 3 letters. I promise you, if you do this, if you forget everything else I talked about today, if you do this, you're going to generate more referrals. Are you ready? 3 letters. You know, I like things easy, don't I? Easy. That's just how I like to work. Here it is. Step number 3 is the what? I know, it sounds crazy. You can read it. A-S-K. Ask. Just ask. Most sales professionals, myself included, guilty, go on presentation after presentation and forget to ask at the end who they know they could benefit from their product or service, who else do they know who may have that same problem, and they just don't ask. Just don't ask. And if that's you right now, make a commitment that you're going to be consistent in asking for referrals, asking for referrals. Because you know referrals are like a license to print money. You now have that distinction. This is business acceleration. It's about accelerating your business and making it easy. Then we're walking up the sales mountain. We're just at the base. We're just generating more leads. We just stopped. We parked. We hunkered down and said, I'm going to sit right here for a while. And Shay, bring in more hot prospects. Got it. Shay, let me attract more people so I can put them in my database. Got it. Shay, if they can afford my services, I don't have to worry about closing. I can say the wrong thing, and the law of averages will be in my favor. Got it. And that's what we're helping you do right now. But I always say, don't believe us. Listen to who? Our clients. Look, Angie Siegel. Angie Siegel sat in same seat as many of you right now watching. Some of you might know Angie Siegel. Great, great person. First Thursdays, fantastic person. She took a step. Signed up for one of the programs. Maybe I'll offer today, maybe I won't. I don't know. Gave you some free stuff. Some of you need it, some of you don't. But it made a huge difference in her business. And it can make a huge difference in your business, not because of me, but because it was time. Because there's nothing more powerful than a good idea whose time has come. And today was that day. It was the time to take that one idea, to implement it, because one idea implemented is better than 1,000 ideas you know right now. Shifted her business, shifted her model. Now, she put her money down. She had to have some skin in the game, but it made a huge difference for her. Another one, or say, don't believe us, listen to our clients, is Levine. And Levine owns a service, and they sell supplies to the government. 80% of their revenue comes from government contracts. The other 20% on the commercial side. They wanted to increase the commercial side, and they wanted to increase the private side. Now, get that. That's like an oxymoron, right? But it's kind of what businesses want to do. We help them generate more leads in a very tough, competitive industry. You think yours is competitive. Try selling office supplies. I mean, it's not about margin. It's about the relationship. It's about the opportunity. It's about the bid that goes out. And I'm really, really pleased because of the POI strategy and referrals during very difficult times, very challenging times. They were able to thrive and prosper. And they weren't just trying to survive. They were thriving. That's what it's all about. Really, really pleased. Okay, we're moving back up the sales mountain. We're going to go back up the sales mountain, and we're going to go through some of these as we move up the sales mountain. And next step is we're going to set the appointment. So step number one was to generate the lead. The next step was to set an appointment. Jot this down in your notes and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 just on how you go about setting appointments. Just rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 how you go about setting appointments. 1 meaning you do not so good a job. 10 meaning the world's greatest person at doing it. Just put that down in your notes. The hallmark of a sales superstar is truly an appointment that they can set. And what would it mean right now? Kind of check in. No matter what number. Some of you wrote down, Shay, setting appointments, I'm a 5. Some said I'm a 7. Some said I'm a 3. No matter what number you wrote down, what would it mean right now in your business if you had 3? Forget that. 2. Not to forget that too. 1 extra appointment every single week over and beyond what you have right now. What would it mean to your business? It could change your whole business. If you think about that, what is your number 1 appointment setting strategy? Your system. Number 1 you go about setting appointments. Whether it's face-to-face, whether it's over the phone, whether it's through the power of video, the power of webinar, whether it's, they can go to your sales page or your squeeze page. That's an appointment right there. Anytime they can make a buy-in decision, you've had an appointment with someone. And what would it mean right now? So let me give you 3 ideas to help you set more appointments right now. Just 3 ideas. I like to keep things easy. Something you can use. Doesn't require any software. Doesn't require you to do anything. No downloads. You can just write the idea down because you'll be reading your notes for 15 minutes a day for the next 2 weeks. That was the assignment we gave at the very beginning. Read your notes, what you're writing down, for 15 minutes a day for the next 2 weeks. Okay, how do you do that? 3 things. Number 1 is have an appointment setting script, a written word-for-word script that you have. Don't wing it. Don't shoot from the hip. Don't shoot from the lip. Don't try to be continuously, spontaneously brilliant when you're setting appointments, because if you set a qualified appointment, for some of you it could be $5,000. It could be $10,000. Heck, it could be $1,000. But that's the value. You got to think about the conversation from that perspective. Number 2 is to write a laundry list of all of the benefits of why they should meet with you. Like, why should they be there? Why should they be at the appointment? What's the reason? Why should they show up? Tell me. Why? Have those benefits. And then number 3, this is the most important one. So put an asterisk by this one and write this down. Before you do that, go out to the private, elusive, exclusive group, or right now, just write down in the feed. Just write down in the feed. Just go ahead and type in there, more appointments. Just right now. Stop what you're doing. Just stop. Get on over. Just type in, I will set more appointments. Just put that in. That's like if you're typing, it's not, I will set more appointments. Now, if someone sees that out there, encourage the person that just went out there right now. Be a good community person. If you're watching right now and you're in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, if you're there, like what they put down, support them. If they're making a comment in the private feed, support them. I mean, reach out and let's all do this as one big community. I mean, Glenn Garns and Village Connector always talks about having this community of folks. I mean, here's a guy who just thinks like as big as I can possibly think. And he sees this world where everyone comes together and business owners, we're joining hands, we're all working together. And you can do that. You can support other folks right now. So you put down, I will set more appointments. If no one supports you, don't get mad. It's okay. Don't get upset. It's okay. But if you can, support someone out there because I believe you can set more appointments. So let me give you number 3. And here it is. The benefits of your appointment are different than the benefits of the product or service you're going to be offering. Let me say that again. The benefits of your appointment are different than the benefits of the product or service you're going to be offering. When you're speaking to the prospect, they have a mental teeter-totter in their mind. On one side is value. On the other side is time. Looks like this. Value, time. And you've got to build stand-alone value as to why they should be at that appointment, or you won't set as many appointments. Or you'll set them and they won't show up. You see, there's appointment setting, one skill set. Appointment running, that's another skill set. So you got 2 skill sets, appointment setting and appointment running. So the benefits of your appointment are different than the benefits of the product or service you're going to be offering. So let me get you going. Maybe you don't have any benefits right now, and I've got to get you going. You want me to get started. I only have so much time because later on we're going to be hearing about neural linguistic presentations. But this is what some of you need right now. This is going to help you too because you have more appointments. That means you're giving more presentations. All roads in business lead to where? The sales presentation. Key distinction. That's that. They all lead to the same place. So one benefit of the appointment is that you're going to show up on time. So the appointment's at 12 o'clock. You say, I'll be there at 12 o'clock, right? But so what? Most of you are on time for appointments. So here's something a little bit advanced. You could say this. They set the appointment at 12 o'clock. You can say, one of the benefits of meeting with me is that I always arrive 15 minutes early. I'll be there at 11:45. The person says, hey, Shay, wait a minute. I don't need you there at 11:45. We set the appointment at 12 o'clock. You're such an eager beaver. Calm down. You say what? No problem. One of the benefits of meet with me is I always arrive 15 minutes early. I'll be in the parking lot at 11:45. I'll come knocking at the door at 12 o'clock, but I will be prepared. That's the benefit. Put that in your notes. I will be prepared. We're going to have a highly productive meeting. Hey, that's another benefit. You might want to jot that down in your notes. We're going to have a highly productive meeting. Don't miss these benefits. By the way, this meeting is going to be a good use of your time. Jot that down in your notes. This meeting is going to be a good use of your time. Those are 3 benefits. Another benefit of the appointment could be, and then you can layer those benefits on top of each other. That's 3 right there you might not be using. Appointment setting, one skill set. Appointment running, another skill set. Another benefit for some of you, if you're not going to be pushy or arm twisting, I hate those arm twisting people, or even manipulative, you could say, one of the benefits of meeting with me is there's no pressure. There's no stress. Like, isn't it a comforting feeling to know that we're going to show up, we're going to have this appointment, and there's no stress, there's no pressure. And if you are one of those pushy people, don't say that. But if you are, you can do that. Then the last benefit, and this could be the #1 reason they meet with you. Think about this. What's the #1 reason? If I was to ask you right now, you raise yourself on here, what's the #1 reason they would meet with you? What would you say? Like the #1 reason. Now, I'm going to suggest it could be the #1 reason is that they're going to walk away with an understanding of what's going on in the industry and how your company can solve their problems, whether they work with you or not. Now, you won't give away your trademark secrets. No, no, no. But they will walk away with understanding what's going on in the industry and how you can solve their problem. So it's worth 20 minutes at a time, an hour at a time, whatever amount of time you need, it's worth that time. That's the benefit. 3 benefits. For some of you, you go from a 5 to a 6 to a 7, an appointment setting, it's over. It's a wrap. You're going to achieve what you wrote down as your biggest goal. You're going to set more appointments. You're going to close more business. You're going to help more people, and you will have what you want, joy and a peaceful life at the end of the day. And that's what most of us really, really want. And that can get you there. Okay. Step number 1 is you want to generate a lead. Step number 2 is you want to set appointments. Step number 3, trust and rapport. Now, why would trust and rapport be important right now? Why? Well, sometimes my seminars, if I went around the room and said, why is trust and rapport important? Some people say, well, Shane, because people do business with people they like and they trust. Duh, get that. But here's what I want you to know. Jot this in your notes. Rapport reduces resistance. Rapport reduces resistance. So when they see you coming, you don't see yourself in sales, but they see yourself. They got this in their body. It looks just like this. They have this big X. So they see you. You don't see yourself in sales, but they see you in sales. They know you're there to sell them something, although you show up and say, I'm not here to sell you anything today. But rapport reduces the resistance. It comes down like this. And one of the ways you can do is you can enter the world of your prospect and you can see their world from their view. Enter the world of your prospect and see their view of the world. Now, think about that. Everybody has their own different view of the world. My mom has a different view of the world. My sons have a different view of the world. You have a different view of the world. And I have a different view of the world. And so you build trust and rapport, and that's important. Okay, we're just walking up the sales mountain. We're going step by step up the sales mountain. So let's go back and let's just revisit the sales mountain. Let's just take a sneak preview as we're mountain climbing guides. We're walking up the sales mountain into the what? Sweet spot. Sweet spot is where the customer is ready to make a what? Buying decision. So we're going to start off with generating the lead. The first step in generating the lead is just to generate a lead. You raise yourself. We build trust and rapport. We set the appointment. We build trust and rapport. And then the next step, the very next step after that is what? Identify customer needs. Identify customer needs. Jot that down in your notes. Put it into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Just put down, identify customer needs. Do me a favor. Help me out. I don't have my computer in front of me. Just right now. Just put down, identify customer needs. It don't matter if they know what you're talking about. They may not be what. This is for you. Identify customer needs. Put down, that's the next step. We're walking up the sales process. This is a step-by-step system. The easiest way to persuade and influence someone is to find out what they want and give it to them. I'll say that again. It comes from Dr. Moyne. The easiest way to persuade and influence someone is to find out what they want and give it to them. So we have to ask powerful questions. There's probing questions, and then there's probing statements. There's probing questions, and then there's probing statements. Right now, the focus and the time I have is really just on what questions can you ask. So once you identify the true need of your prospect, the presentation becomes almost irresistible. So what's one question you could ask? One of my favorite questions is, I put it down here, and you might want to write this down. It's a key question. What is your true need in regards to ... What is your true need in regards to closing more business? What is your true need in regards to having more confidence? What's your true need in regards to protecting your family? What's your true need in regards to generating more income or having more people know about your business? What is the true need? What is it you want most? One of my favorite questions to ask. In fact, right now, go ahead and share. What is your true need right now in regards to closing more deals? Jot that down in your notes and put it into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group as we go on. So first, we've generated a lead. We've set the appointment. We're building trust and rapport. We're just walking them step by step. We identify customer needs. Now, I'm going to suggest before you go in, you have maybe 5 questions that you're going to ask. I shared this at the very beginning. You weren't blown away by it. When I first started, I used to have a 3x5 note card that I used to use. I used to carry it in my pocket. And I'll show up in the presentation and say, hey, look, I have these questions to make this presentation, make our time together more efficient. Would you mind if I ask these 5 questions? They said, sure, go right ahead. They were okay, but they didn't come prepared with any questions. So they just gave me permission. They just gave me permission to ask questions, and I could take notes, which is really what I want. Am I trying to sell them? No. Just trying to make it a better conversation. And so during that time, you want to identify something called the buyer's fingerprint. And how have they bought in the past? It's a little advanced for some of you, but all you're doing is asking questions to get there. I'm not going to go over that right now, but what you're doing is you're identifying how they bought in the past, why they bought in the past, and what it takes to get them back to that same level. Okay, the next step, we're moving up the sales mountain, You raise yourself on how you ask questions. You raise yourself on how you generate leads, how you set appointments. The next one, this is a biggie. Go ahead and jot it down. It's what? Share the benefits. Share the benefits. What's the key distinction behind that? Now, before I do that, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Like, we haven't changed it. The scale has not changed. Baseline strategy has not changed. 1 to 10, just on how you go about sharing the benefits on the presentation. And here's something I want you to put down in your notes. In fact, put this into the private, elusive, exclusive group. Type this in the feed for me. Just type this in the feed. This is going to help someone. Please put this out there. People buy benefits. Matter of fact, it's so important. I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to ask you if you would help me. Help me. I can't write it down for everybody, but you can put it out there into the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. And here it is. Ooh, that looks good. People buy. It gave me a marker that works. People buy benefits. Okay, so I can see it. That means you can see it. Okay, people buy benefits. And you know, it's been often said, am I too far over? Oh, it's been often said at sales trainings that people buy you. I'm not sure it's the case anymore. They got to like you. They got to really trust you. They got to believe in you. But at the end of the day, they buy the benefits you say you're going to deliver. That's what they're really looking for, especially where we are today. Now, once upon a time, you didn't need these skills. 2005, 2006, 7, 8, you could be selling anything and make 6+ figures. You didn't need any of these skills. You just showed up. The money was falling out the sky. But not today. Today, everything counts. You need every one of these skills. I mean, if you want to be part of the best, if you want to earn average income, if you want to earn above average income, then you need these skills. Now, for some of you, average income is just fine. If that's fine for you, no problem. We'll just make your life easier. But if you want to earn above average income and you want to get to another tier, then you've got to kind of step it up. So people buy benefits. Now, let me give you a couple of benefits that you could have. In the time we have, a couple of benefits. I don't think I have a couple of benefits. There's 5 main benefits. I'm going to share those with you. Jot these down in your notes. 5 main benefits. Let me go over here. Business Accelerator. I just love Business Acceleration. It's so much fun. Fortunately, we only do this. Well, this is the first time we did it in a whole year. We may never do this again, by the way. I know it's the first time I've done it with the board and everything, and I may never do this again. But there's 5 main benefits. Benefit number 1 is tangible benefits. And tangible benefits, those are things you can touch. So I can touch this water. I can feel this water. I can even what? I can taste this water. So people buy benefits. This is tangible. This is touch. Just like sales. They make more sales, the money goes into their what? Bank account. They can see that. They can touch that. They can feel that. That's one benefit. The second benefit is intangible benefits. Intangible benefits are things they can't touch. They can't feel. They can't put their hands on it. So you watching right now, you listening right now, there's a benefit you have. You walk out, you feel more confidence. You have greater self-esteem. Your shoulders up a little higher. Your tonality is different. Why? Because you were in this conversation. You got reconnected to the things you know with 100% certainty is going to help you. So you can do that. You can step into that. Those are intangible benefits. You improve your selling skills. You have more confidence, more self-esteem. You go after bigger accounts. Your voice changes. It's just a shift. I can't put my hands on it, but it works. I'm really glad it works. That's the good news. It works. Okay, benefit number 3. So you got benefits you can touch, make more sales, close more deals, money in your pocket. Intangible, you can't touch it, you feel it. Number 3 is the sense of urgency benefits. Like, why should they do it today? Why not wait till tomorrow? Why not wait till next week? Why not wait till next year? What's the sense of urgency? Sometimes it's because there's a lack of space, limited offer. Sometimes we put together offers that are just financially irresistible. You're like, I'd be crazy not to do it. Maybe I'll do something like that today. Maybe. Sometimes it's because, you know what? I've got to get it done. I've been waiting too long. Whatever it may be. Sometimes it's time for your breakthrough. And if that's you right now, you stay tuned in. Maybe we'll do something. We've done 2 things already. I didn't know what we were going to do. We just did it. Why? Because it's just one of those things. One of those things. Okay. Benefit number 4. So you got tangible, intangible, sense of urgency. Benefit number 4 is the consequences of not taking action. So if they don't take action, what happens? Like, so what? So let's say I have a leaky faucet. So I get on the phone, call plumber, ding, ding, ding. Hello, yes, I have a leaky faucet. Will you please come over and take a look at my leaky faucet? Plumber comes over, they got their bags. Where's the leaky faucet? I say, here's the leaky faucet. They look down. I can fix this. I say, thanks. They say, but it's going to be $75. What? I ain't paying $75. Plumber says, I'm not fixing it. I said, great. Plumber leaves. But for every day that plumber's gone, I still have a problem. I have a what? A leaky faucet. That's right, a leaky faucet. And it's cost me something every single day. And for some of you, by not using these skills, by not improving your skill set, by not being consciously aware or consciously competent during your presentation, there's a consequence. And it's all the money that you're being left on the table. And so for every day you don't improve your skills, there's more money being left on the table, more money being left on the table, and more money being left on the table. So that's a consequence of not taking action. Number five, you have tangible benefits, you have intangible benefits, you have sense of urgency. I'm going from memory, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have my notes. You got to help me out. What was number 4? The consequences of what? Consequences of not taking action. And number 5, this one's good too. They're all good. I wouldn't be showing them to you. I would not be teaching these things if they weren't the best ideas I know. I would not be sharing that with you. But I'm going to share this one with you. And this is called, well, this one's not as good as that one. This is called the benefit of the benefit. The benefit of the benefit. I'm going to share this distinction with you. This could be the breakthrough you know. So for so long, I was teaching sales training because that's what I thought everybody wanted. So the benefit of purchasing any products and services is that we would give you sales training. That was the benefit. You got sales training. But that wasn't what people were buying. The benefit of sales training is they what? They improve their selling skills. Yay! Yeah, but that's not what they wanted either, by the way. Unfortunately, that's just not what they wanted. The benefit of improving their selling skills is they what? They made more money. Yeah, so you got the benefit of sales training. They improve their selling skills. Improving their selling skills, they make more money. Now they make more money. I found the answer. Once again, I was completely wrong. I was wrong. It was really the benefit of the benefit of the benefit. It was what the money would do for them. So it gave them peace of mind. That's what the money did for them. Allowed them to save for their retirement. That's what the money did for them. Allowed them to send their kids to a school of their choice. That's what the money did for them. Allowed them to pay their credit card bills or take care of family members. They had family members who were dependent on them. That's what the money was doing. It was the benefit of the benefit of the benefit. That's a little advanced, but you can handle that. And think about that right now. What would that mean to you? In the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, right into the private feed right now, type the words benefit of the benefit of the benefit. Better say, yeah, benefit, benefit, benefit. Just type that in the feed right now. Benefit Type that. Go ahead, right now. Go. Head on over. Come on, please. Help me out. Benefit. You can do this. You're watching. You can do this. Please, just share it with someone else. Benefit. Now, I could just say hashtag benefit to make it easy for you, but this is all about making money today. It ain't about hashtags. It's about making money. When I show up, people's wallets do like this. They open up. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this type of conversation with me. You'd be doing something different. Why would you talk to me? You wouldn't talk to me. You don't need to talk to me. Talk to someone else. This is not about life coaching. It's not. Others do what they do well. They do it really, really well. But I want you to get this distinction because this is my gift to the world. It's what I've been blessed to do, and I'm really, really pleased and really humbled to have the honor and the privilege to share this message with you so we can improve your life. It's my gift. And for as long as I can, I'm going to give this gift to every single one of you. It's our mission to help you not so much make more sales with less effort, but really improve the quality of your life. And at the end of the day, have joy and a peaceful, peaceful life and make a great impact on this world. That's what these skills will do for you in everyday communications, whether you're selling a product, a service, an idea, or you just have a message inside of you. You want to connect with someone else at a much stronger, deeper level. That's what all this does for you. But for those that are in sales, you come back to me. And for those that want to really improve their business, you come back to me. And let's move on to Sales Mountain. And let's take it up another notch if we can. Another notch. We're going to take it up another notch. But hashtag up another notch. You can't even spell that, can you? I know I can't either. UP, another. That's not even a correct sentence. Hashtag rise up. Okay. Where's my clicker? We're walking up the Sales Mountain. I would say, don't believe us. How many pictures we got here? Don't believe us. Listen to our clients. Let me tell you about two of our clients. Well, here's one. I skipped over the other one. Mary Walker. When I first met Mary Walker, she had been in insurance for a number of years. And she had some highs and some lows. And when she came to one of the seminars, listening just like you are to the Sales Mountain concept, not a new idea, but one she had drifted away from just some of the fundamentals. She said, Shay, I have a goal, I have a mission. I want to walk across the stage. She wanted to be number one. I said, whoa. Some people, they just want to live an average life, and that's okay. They make some good money, they pay their bills, life is okay, no stress. Others, they're like, I belong with those people. I'm a superstar. I'm a champion. She wanted to be in that class. And she had been there before, many years ago. And over the years, life had happened, things had happened, and so she drifted. But she knew she could still help people with insurance in a very competitive industry. Took me up on getting connected to the benefit of the benefit of the benefit. Came back a year later. She's one of the top 5 producers out of 3,000 reps here on the East Coast. And really, really pleased. She has a goal of being number one. She didn't make it last year, but that's okay, Mary. You hang in there. You're still good. You still have what it takes. It doesn't matter if you're number one. You're only competing against yourself. You're only competing against you. You look in the mirror, it's just you. You do the best you can do. I'm really, really pleased with her. Now, I don't know if she'll be number one. It doesn't really matter. What I do know is she's better off today than she was yesterday because she listened, she took action on these ideas. You can do the same. It can happen for you. I may very well be telling your story on a future presentation. I can't wait. I really can't wait. So let's go back to the Sales Mountain. Let's go back to the Sales Mountain. It's helped so many people. Just so many folks. Okay, we're going to start off with generating a lead. We're going to walk up the Sales Mountain. So you rate yourself on generating a lead, scale of 1 to 10. You rate yourself on setting appointments, scale 1 to 10. You rate yourself on building trust and rapport, on identifying customer needs, on sharing the benefits. And now they've reached the sweet spot. And the sweet spot is where? Where is the sweet spot? Where is the sweet spot? The sweet spot is where the customer is ready to make a buy-in decision. So they got to make that decision. They've got to make a decision. That's the only time they're in the sweet spot. When they're in the sweet spot, then you're ready. You're ready. If not, it's possible they could be floating around the Sales Mountain over and over again, and that's okay. But when you go on a presentation, your very next presentation, I promise you, everyone you speak to is somewhere on this Sales Mountain. It's so important it still hangs in my office. Right there, right next to my desk. Some of you watch me at the hangout. Maybe next time I'll swing the camera over, and you'll see it right there. It's the Sales Mountain. When I'm talking on the phone, I don't need a picture of my family. I don't need to know a picture of nobody else. All I need to know is where are they on that Sales Mountain? And I get laser focused because our job as sales professionals is to do 2 things and 2 things only. Jot these two things down. This is about two things and two things only. This is your only job as a sales professional. It's not to sell anybody anything. Somebody comes to us and says, I need to know how to sell people stuff. I'm not the right person for you. Good luck. Go find someone. That's their job to help you sell. That's not my job. Our job as sales professionals, what I teach, number one, to give a quality presentation. That's your job. You just show up and you give the best presentation you can on how you solve a problem. That's it. That's all you do. If you get the deal, you get the deal. If you don't, you don't. No big deal. It really isn't. There are too many people. You can't help everybody right now. That's a good mindset to have. There are too many leads. You can't help everybody. That's a good idea. So you give a quality presentation. If you do this, you put check. Done. That's my job every day. If you didn't give a quality presentation, no big deal. You have no opportunity to close any business. That's it. Well, I'm not really making the money I make. You been on any presentations? No. Been on any appointments? No. Then maybe I don't need to teach you anything advanced. That's just kind of what happens. It's kind of what happens. So you give a quality presentation. And the second one is you ask for the order. So our job as sales professionals is to do two things and two things only. Give a quality presentation, and when it makes sense, you what? You ask for the order. That's all you got to do. When you do that, you've done your job. Sometimes after the presentation, I ask myself 3 questions. Just 3 questions. Real easy questions. Just real three questions. But before I give you those 3 questions, put this down in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Just put, our job is just to give a quality presentation and ask for the order. That's it. That's all you got to do every day. That's all you got to do. And at the end of every presentation, I only ask myself 3 questions. 3 questions only. Question number 1 is, did I give a quality presentation? Did I show up on time? The answer is yes. I pat myself on the back and say, good job, Shay, good job. Question number 2, did I give the best presentation I possibly could? Was I focused during that call the best I could be? The answer is yes. I pat myself on the back and say, good job. And lastly, if it made sense and they were in the sweet spot, did I ask for the order? The answer is yes. Good job, Shay, good job. I know there's some other stuff I have to do, but that's my job. That's all I'm supposed to do. That's the reason we're in business, to help people solve problems. Okay. So now we're in the sweet spot. We're going to ask for the order. Jot this down in your notes. Close. Now, we put up here ask for the order, make it easy for some of you. Made it real easy. But on a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself right now on a scale of 1 to 10, how you do with closing. And here's the barometer to ask yourself. Here's the barometer on which you're going to measure yourself. Are you listening? Okay, you paying attention? You there? Okay, I'm just a special, but are you there? Okay, good. Here it is. Do you know exactly what to say at the end of your presentation to move the prospect to action? Do you know word for word? I'll say it again. Do you know word for word exactly, that's the big word, what to say to move your prospect to action? If you do, great. I'm excited for you. If you don't worry. You may have never been trained by a sales expert like myself. That's all I do is focus on sales every day, all day. I have nothing else to do with my time. So you're in this conversation, and it's really not your fault. You didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. So it's okay. I'm glad you're here today. I know you're glad you're here. Hey, stay tuned. You're going to be glad you're here. So let's just first go over the definition, because this is what some of you want. But you want to be able to close. So step number 1, let's get the definition. The close is just the natural conclusion to a well-given presentation. That's all the close is. The close is the natural conclusion to a well-given presentation. You want to write your close out word for word. You want to script your close. If there was one gift, you say, hey, Shay, what's the gift we can give you for spending your time, spending your energy? There's a lot of things I could be doing today. I could be out running. I enjoy running, but I could be out running right now. I could be out relaxing. I could be out reading. A lot of things I could be doing. I'm here with you, sharing this message. So you say, Shay, what's the one gift we can give you? What's the one gift? And I would say it's to write your close out word for word, know exactly what you're going to say at the end of your close. You've come far. You've worked hard. You're right there. You're right there. And when do you think most people are the weakest? Like really, seriously, at the close. at the close. That's when they're the weakest in any part of the presentation. Not you. You're here. You're tuned in. You're here. We're going to share that. So script your close word for word. In fact, right now, just type. Just type right now. Just go type. Just put this out to someone else. Put down, script your close. Put script your close. Put that out there right now. Script your close. Let's go ahead and add that right now. Script your close. Last step is when asking for your order, one-on-one, you're going to ask for the order, and you're going to be silent. You're going to ask for the order, and you're going to be silent. And one of the ways that you can do that is you could do something like this. How do you feel about moving forward? And then you're silent. I'll say it again. How do you feel about moving forward? And then you're silent. How do you feel about moving forward? And then you're silent. Part of the language of silence, part of the language of influence, I should say, is silence. So you're going to be silent. And the customer prospect is going to say yes, no, or give you what? An objection. That's right. They're going to say yes, no, or give you an objection. And that's when you know you're at the close. And when they give you an objection, you're going to handle it. I always say, don't believe us. Listen to who? Who? Our clients. Let me tell you about Natasha Allen. When I met Natasha Allen, she was really good at what she did, but she had a fundamental problem. Her bank account just didn't reflect how good she was. And she said, Shay, I feel like I'm doing everything right. I feel like I'm going through what I need to go through. I'm doing all the right things, but I'm not able to close. I get to the end, I can't close them. I said, I understand. So I shared this idea that I shared with you right now. And she was able to say, how do you feel about moving forward? She got comfortable handling objections. In fact, she got excited at the end of the close. Like, I can't wait to get excited. Shifted her whole business. She was able to close more deals, able to stay in business, able to grow. And this is all a result of taking these same ideas, these same skills. It's not about me. Others have done it, and so can you. And so they're using them, and now you can use them as well. So next step after you handle objections, you got to use objection handling skills. You got to get really good at handling objections. How do you feel about moving forward? Person says, I don't have the money. I've got to think about it. What are some things that you can do at that point? So let's just think about that. While Rachel, let's just think about that. Okay. Handling objections is a very, very, very important part of it. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to come back and share some objections, and then I'm going to share with you the closing strategies